Now, I know what you're thinking. Alyx, man. What's up with the sunglasses? Well, it could be a multitude of things. I could be ready to cut another rock promo. I could be ready to just display my massive ego on screen because I think I am the greatest thing since sliced bread. And you know how people with big egos wear sunglasses inside where there's no sun. Or it could be because I'm currently sick and one of my eyes have uh, some kind of a bump on it. It's very, very swollen. I don't want to show you. It doesn't look very good. So instead of coming up here looking like one of those one-eyed people, like those old men with the lazy eye and the good eye on this side, or like Perry Saturn. Remember that rock promo? Perry Saturn, you got one eye going that way, and you got one eye going that way. And the Rock's going to take his hand so he can slap this eye going that way. So I don't want to be looking like someone crazy. That's why I'm wearing sunglasses. So if you will just appease me for the time being until I get well. With that said, this is your boy, Alyx Man, and you are watching my WWE Hell in a Cell 2016 review and reactions. And of course, say it with me. We are live here on YouTube. Guys, share your thoughts down below in the comment section and the live chat as always. Give me your thoughts about the show. How do you feel about it? What grade would you give it? And I will get to all your thoughts at the end of my review. As I let people file in, as you guys get situated, let's go ahead and talk about the overall thoughts. Just overall feelings about the show. When it comes to Hell in a Cell, I feel like the show was solid. It was good. I really can't sit here and say it was a bad show. I thought majority of the matches delivered. The outcomes, for the most part, were exactly what I predicted. Maybe two matches I predicted wrong for the most part. But other than that, what happened, what I expected to happen, happened. And the matches that I thought were going to be good ended up being good. I can't really sit here and say it was a crappy show. But as I look at my Twitter feed, you know what? Let me do this. Let me pull up Twitter on my phone and delete it off my laptop. That'll make things go a lot faster. So give me a second. Now, as I pull up my Twitter feed, I'll read the live chat. A lot of you agree it was a good show. A plus, this guy. B. People are saying it was a B show. So pretty much everybody agrees it was at least a good show. What verity, what kind of good we're talking about, it's gonna, it's gonna depend on you. It varies on different levels. We as wrestling fans can't all just say it was an A, but for the most part, I think we can all agree it was at least a good show. But I'm trying to pull up the poll here. The poll on Twitter that I posted. Let's see here. Out of 200 votes, 64% said it was a good show. 36% didn't like it, and I can already tell you why. And I'll get to that at the end of the review, because I have some controversial things to say that are going to piss people off. I hope John Ashton from Twit Wow isn't watching, because when you get to the main event, you might want to turn off this review because you might not like what I have to say. But I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be straight. I am not going to hide what I feel and how I view things. Just saying. So, with that said, let's get to this show. The pre-show was a cruiserweight 6-man tag. I think it was Cedric Alexander. And who was the other one? It was Cedric Alexander, Sin Cara, and I believe it was... Wow. Lince Dorado. There we go. I should have wrote it down. I didn't even write it down because I'm crazy like that. Lince Dorado. And it was, I think it was Drew Gulak, Tony Nese, and then another heel character that I don't even remember. See, it's so bad that, first off, I should have written it down. That's my fault. But at the exact same time, the cruiserweight division on Raw doesn't do a very good job of establishing the characters to the point where, oh, it's that guy, it's that guy. People in the live chat will help me. Help me out. Who was the third guy? Who was it? It was who was it? Drew Gulak, Tony Nese, and Daivari. Thank you. It was Daivari. Arya Daivari. Jesus Christ. It was a solid match. It was very flashy. It was more flashy than what you would usually expect on Raw. It wasn't Cruiserweight Classic flashy. No match on the main roster comes anywhere close to the Cruiserweight Classic matches. None of them. But it was flashier than your average Raw match. So it was a solid match for me. The good guys won, thanks to Cedric Alexander picking up the win. Man, when they give that man a strong run, I'm waiting for the day Cedric Alexander gets a monster push. He is going to take the world by storm. That is a star in the making. That is the star in the making right there. I love that guy. I like everybody pretty much in the match. I just wish they were all booked a little better than anything else. So, moving on to the actual card now. Let's talk about the first match, which was the United States Championship, Hell in a Cell. Roman Reigns versus Rusev. The one that I was least interested in. The one that I thought was going to be the most boring of all three Hell in a Cell matches. The triple main event. I just hate that they did that. I hate that they called it a triple main event when, quite frankly, the last match is the main event, which they got right. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, the match went on first. The best way I can describe this match, it was a decent street fight inside a cell. In terms of a Hell in a Cell match, below average. This was not a Hell in a Cell match. I feel like matches like this, a feud like this, despite it being so boring and so useless, I didn't care about this feud at all. I didn't care about this match at all. I'm just happy that they got it out the way. It's like a Band-Aid. Rip it off, get it over with. Just let's move on from it. I'm just happy it's done. Can we please be done with Rusev and Roman Reigns? Let's move on. Have Rusev do something else. Have Reigns do something else. Because this feud, I feel like, has done nothing for either one of them. It has done nothing at all. At least Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt last year was a solid feud. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but it was a solid feud. And they had a really good Hell in a Cell match. This match was very blasé. Very forgettable. They used steel steps. It was a steel steps brawl, steel steps galore match, steel steps mayhem match. I don't know what you would call a steel steps match. A steel steps match inside a cell. It was a waste of time. I didn't really think it did anything for anybody. Yeah. It's just a lot of weapon usage, very little usage of the cell. Like, I think they used the cell like what? Once or twice, maybe 3 times. I liked the chain assisted accolade. I will say that. There was one spot in the match that I really liked. It was the chain assisted accolade. Rusev got a chain, steel chain, and did the accolade with it on Roman Reigns. And to me, I feel like if the match would have ended right there, beautiful. That actually would have been a great finish for the match. Really good finish. I would have really liked that. But of course, we can't have Roman Reigns lose to Rusev because it doesn't make him look strong. I don't know. Just go with it. And of course, Roman Reigns wins. He wins with a spear off the steel steps. That's it. This feud's over with. Let's just be happy that the next opponent that hopefully Roman Reigns faces will be a fresh opponent, and he'll be able to actually showcase himself with that opponent, and we can get something interesting with Roman Reigns for once. For once. Please. No more Rusev and Roman Reigns. Have Rusev go on to something else. What? I don't know, and I do not care. So, that's it for the U.S. Championship Hell in a Cell match. Dana Brooke versus Bayley is next. The match was average. Seriously, it was average. I appreciate the fact that, and I didn't talk about this in my preview because I didn't know this match was happening at Hell in a Cell. I didn't figure out that this match was happening until the main event, not the main event, not the show, the main event, until actually Saturday before the show happened. So yesterday. But I figured out, for me, the reason that I was okay with this feud was because it was simple. It was basic one-on-one booking. Dana Brooke, the heel, attacked and hurt Bayley, attacked her from behind, used underhanded means and dirty tactics to beat her, get the first victory over her to set up their next match. And Bayley, the babyface, got the win back. There you go. For me, and this is how I feel, if this was NXT, I'm pretty sure Dana would have beat her again. It probably would have been better for her to beat her again, to really get that heat, to garner some real heat on her. And again, she just beat Bayley like 2 weeks ago. Like, when you're getting a match this soon, that 50-50 booking just kind of, it really hinders things from progressing. So Dana gets the heat, and then Bayley gets her win back. So the heat's gone now, which is part of the reason why the audience didn't really care about this match. You know, I know Bayley was selling the injury, but not at one point throughout the match did I feel like Bayley was going to lose. I didn't. Maybe that's on Bayley. Maybe that's on Dana. I didn't feel like at one point that Bayley was going to lose. I kind of knew she's going to get her win back, and she did. So, yay! Bayley got a big pop. She got a massive pop from the crowd when she first came out, and Dana got booed. Legit booed. It's just, I think fans have grown accustomed to WWE's 50-50 booking. You kind of know, or you kind of expect that, okay, she wins this match, she's going to get her win back in the pay-per-view. And then tomorrow night on Raw, Bayley would be here again to really solidify, hey, this feud's over with. I'm just used to it, and so are you. So Bayley wins, average match. Let's move on, right? All right. Enzo and Big Cass versus Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Oh, wait. I mean, Andy and Big Gal. I love Enzo. Enzo and Big Cass on the microphone. They're the modern day New Age Outlaws. They're the modern day, what's a tag team that was great on the microphone? I'm just trying to go through my history here. You guys can help me out with this in the live chat. But regardless, they're just awesome. Just an awesome act. Just an awesome group of guys, great talents. They were awesome on NXT. They're making a name for themselves now. I do hope the long-term goal is to eventually get them those tag team championship belts. As a matter of fact, I think they should beat the New Day. I really do think they should beat the New Day. That's just my opinion on it. But with that said, this match was really good. Well, I won't say really good. I thought it was a solid match. I think it's one of those things where I just got out the show and I'm feeling really happy about what I saw. So I'm looking back on things with more excitement than I really should be. And so because I'm more excited about it, I am going to praise it a little bit more than what it really is. So I'm going to say, take it down a notch. It was a solid match. And I love who went over. I like the fact that Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows beat Enzo Amore and Big Cass. Clean, no BS, which is how they should have been booked. This is how they should have been booked for the longest time. I kind of hate that they went through that horrible booking with the New Day, and now WWE has pressed the rewind button. I can say rewind button. They press the button and start them back over again from Jump Street. So whatever. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy they beat Enzo and Cass. So let's see where this goes. I'm pretty sure this will be a feud for the time being, or it will lead to something, hopefully. No, it won't. It's Raw. Nothing me say anything on Raw. What am I thinking? But I'm happy that these guys got a victory. And the fact that they beat Enzo and Cass, that's okay. Enzo and Cass will still be great. They're still gonna, I guarantee you, they'll find a way to reclaim that momentum. But the end game should be to give them those championships. Enzo and Cass, new champions in the future. I think the next match is the next Hell in a Cell, right? Yeah, it is the Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship. Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. Before I talk about the match, I have a rant. I need to get off my chest. I didn't like that Seth Rollins was wrestling Kevin Owens like nothing happened to him on Raw. On Raw, Seth Rollins took a powerbomb, an apron powerbomb, the same apron powerbomb that put Sami Zayn out for months, the same apron powerbomb that put John Cena out for weeks. He took it hard, and he just walked out there like nothing was wrong with him. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It really starts to, first off, it takes away the impact of that move, because that's supposed to be like a career ender. It's like the punt. You hit the punt, that guy is gone for at least a couple of weeks. Or back then, if you put a chair around someone's head or their neck and you stepped on it, they're out for at least a couple of months. This apron powerbomb had that feel to it. You hit it, it's like, oh my God, he's out. He's out for the longest time. And that was the story behind it. That's what the move carried. And I didn't like the fact that they broke that with Seth Rollins tonight. I don't like that at all. And that's not on Seth Rollins. Well, I could blame him. He could have sold it a little bit more. Just a little bit more. He could have came out going, shoot, like tape around his back. I don't know. I just kind of feel like they could have done a better job of selling the impact of that apron powerbomb. That should be a career ender. And I don't think they got all of that. All we got was tape. Seriously, Seth Rollins put that same injury tape that Cesaro and Bayley wore when they get hurt. He put it on his back, and that was it. So, I'm sorry. I just thought that was BS. I didn't like that at all. But with that said, really good match. Really good match. Like 10 times better than the U.S. Championship match. I like this match. A lot of crazy spots. Running powerbomb through the table. Freaking Rollins picked up Kevin Owens, almost dropped him on his head. He picked him up, and he was sagging. And Kevin Owens was just, luckily for him, he was able to play it off like he was trying to escape. And then when Rollins picked him back up, he was trying to fight his way out. So it looked like they recovered from it pretty well. But he almost dropped him on his head. Picked him up, running powerbomb outside the ring through a table that was leaning against the cage. Crazy spot. Just craziness. It was one of the best spots of the entire night. It was downright insane. You had cannonballs on the cage. You had Rollins do I think it was a power. No, it wasn't Rollins. It was Owens. Yeah, Owens powerbombed Rollins through 2 chairs. It was crazy. They used the cell. Unlike the first match, you didn't use the cell. They actually used the cell in this match, and it was really, really good. And then, of course, you got the interference from Chris Jericho. And, eventually, if this continues, this whole trend of Jericho and these catchphrases in the list and him just getting more over, they're going to have no choice but to turn him babyface, which as long as he continues to act like this, I'll be fine with it. Don't make him the boring, bland character he was before he got this awesome, reinvigorated, revamped Chris Jericho persona. Well, it's just a mesh of everything that he's done in the past. I just love it. I think it's great. At the exact same time, I don't want him to turn face. I think he's great as a heel. I'm just scared that if he continues to get over and over and over, he will have to turn face. But I love what he's doing. I thought his interference, although some people didn't like it because the whole point of a Hell in a Cell match is to keep people out. Let's be real. This isn't the only time. This isn't the first time someone interfered in the Hell in a Cell. They even did it back then. When it was the golden age or the good old days. I'm fine with it. The very first Hell in a Cell match, Kane broke in. He broke the door down and cost Undertaker. He cost Undertaker the match. So when people tell me that Hell in a Cell is supposed to keep people out, it's supposed to, but when has that ever worked? When has that ever been the deal? I mean, even Mankind and Undertaker had people coming in through the cage. So I'm just saying, we can't be mad at Chris Jericho for entering the cage, but then let that go for other matches in the past that we consider to be one of the greatest matches of all time. Just saying. So Chris Jericho interfered, which made sense because he's Kevin Owens' friend, and he pretty much helped Rollins beat Seth Rollins. He helped, wow. Rewind. He helped Kevin Owens beat Seth Rollins. And, again, going back to the whole injury thing, apron powerbomb, Rollins got a lot of offense. A lot of offense on the two. And it would have been okay if he never got apron powerbombed. This is my issue with Raw. I hate that nothing has continuity. Nothing has consequence on this show. Nothing. If they had never done that spot on Raw, I wouldn't be bitching about it. I would not be having a big bitch fest about Rollins not selling. I wouldn't. Okay? But they did the spot. So pay respect to the spot and let it affect the match. It just killed it for me, I thought the match was really good. Don't get me wrong. The match was really good. Okay? I'm not saying that the match was terrible. I just feel like I didn't like the fact that Rollins didn't sell the apron powerbomb. Good match, though. Yeah, and apparently Chris Jericho attacked him after the match, so we might be going into a Rollins and Chris Jericho feud next, maybe. We'll see. Curious to see who goes after Kevin Owens' belt now. Cruiserweight Championship. TJ Perkins taking on the Brian Kendrick. Solid match. Once again, the crowd was not into the Cruiserweight match. What else can I do? I'll give them credit. They tried to tell a story. There was a story there. The whole, I want you to lay down for me, TJ. I want you to let me have this championship. I want you to let me take the main event. Why do I keep saying main event? Stop saying that, Alyx, man. The main spot. Let me be the main guy of the division. Because I helped you get to where you are. I helped you become the wrestler that you are. I drove you to wrestling school. I took care of you when you were just starting. Tried to play mind games with him, which I appreciate. It's something simple, something blueprint, but it's effective in a way in terms of why these guys should be wrestling. So I appreciate that. It's still not gelling, though. I feel like this division, oh man, it's missing so many things. Direction, to me, is the major thing for most of the guys in that division. The only one with a legit direction is the guy who won, Brian Kendrick. He's the new Cruiserweight champion, which is why I felt like this was the right decision to make. He should have won. He probably should have gotten the belt in the first place if the idea was to give him direction and nobody else. I feel like he's the only one who has a purpose of being here. The whole idea that he's old, he doesn't think he has it anymore. The idea that Brian Kendrick could be forgotten in history bothers him. And he's at the point now where this is his last chance to leave a mark in the annals of history. Otherwise, he's going to be forgotten forever. And he can't let that happen. He refuses to let that happen. He will do everything in his power to not let that happen, which is why he does the things that he does. And to me, that's a really good heel character. They did that exact same heel character on the Cruiserweight Classic. And it was phenomenal. It was amazing. And he stood out because of it. They're carrying that here on Raw. To me, he should be Cruiserweight champion based off the fact that he has a character and he has a direction. Everybody else, though, nothing. No direction for anybody else in that division. So the crowd was silent. This is Boston. This is one of those. It's not Chicago. It's not Philly. It's not Brooklyn. It's not those smart. I apologize. It's not the smart fan crowds. It's a rowdy crowd, but it's not like, oh, we're going to hijack the show. We don't get what we want kind of crowd. It's just, to me, they just didn't feel this match. And I felt sad for them. I felt sad for TJ Perkins and Brian Kendrick because I know they tried. They are trying so hard to make this work, but I feel like the company and the just Raw in general and the creative team, everybody is not helping them. It's not. So Brian Kendrick is your new champion. Let's see what happens with that. I really do think the next person should be Cedric Alexander. Let's give it to Cedric. Let's try out Cedric. Well, it might be Rich Swann since he beat Brian Kendrick, but we'll see. Tag team championships. The New Day, Xavier Woods and Big E tonight. Kofi Kingston did not wrestle. Taking on Cesaro and Sheamus. Again, although I'm becoming a fan of this tag team. Cesaro and Sheamus. I don't like that I'm becoming a fan of this. I hate people who made this tag team because you're making me become a fan of it. Stop it. I don't want to like this. Cesaro should be pushed as a main event player. Musa. Despite the tag team between Cesaro and Sheamus and the whole dysfunctional partnership, they don't like each other, but they make a good tag team when they try. Even by accident, they're still a good tag team. It's the whole idea that when they actually become a sync, when they become a team and they work together, nobody can beat them. I get that. That was Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit. I love that. And Daniel Bryan and Kane. I get that, but I felt like, I kind of knew something was going to happen with the way this match ended. I knew that New Day was going to retain. They do not want to waste or, pass up a chance to have New Day break the tag team record. I think it was Demolition's tag team record. If they make it all the way to December, they will have beaten their record. So they're not going to take those belts off the New Day. But at the exact same time, I kind of felt if they had Cesaro and Sheamus lose, there was really no direction to go. Nowhere else to go with these guys. So what they did was have Cesaro and Sheamus win by DQ because Sheamus attacked freaking Big E with the trombone. Kofi Kingston attacked Sheamus. The referee saw Kofi Kingston attack Sheamus and then threw out the match as a DQ. So they're going to get another match in the future. They probably will beat New Day. If they extend this all the way out into December, they could actually beat New Day. I don't know what's going to happen until then, but we'll see. But clearly, they're going to get another shot. Cesaro and Sheamus will get another shot at those tag team championships. Fine with me. It happened. So, all right. Let's talk about the main event. I'm almost certain my thoughts and my opinions in this match is going to get me in trouble. I'm ready for it. Just know that I always keep it real with you. I'm never going to lie. I'm never going to be the guy to just say what everyone says. I am going to be me. So, how I felt about the main event. The very first women's Hell in a Cell match for the women's championship. Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks. Love the entrances. Love that Charlotte came out with that queen seat and people, her royal subjects carrying her to the ring. Love that. That was really cool. Love her get up. Like the gold robe, like the gold outfit. Really suited her. It was really cool. Sasha Banks came out looking like a boss in her limousine with her bodyguards. It was awesome. It was basically the Brooklyn entrance from 2015 when she fought Bayley. Awesome. Loved it. And she got a big reaction in Boston. And the word I'm going to use to describe this match is amazing. It was an amazing match. Everything about this was awesome. I loved it. Everything about it. Let's break it down. Let me tell you why I loved it. So we start off cell luring. You see Charlotte and Sasha looking up. They're looking up. It's coming down. Everybody's anticipating the match. Charlotte turns and clobbers. Just clobbers Sasha. Knocks her out the ring. They go out the ring. They start brawling outside the ring. The crowd's going crazy. They go into the crowd. They start just wailing at each other. Love the brawl aspect. The cage comes down, cell comes down. They're climbing on top. They're climbing to the top of the cell. I'm thinking, oh my God, what are they gonna do? And next thing you know, they're climbing. I think Sasha falls. She falls onto Charlotte. Charlotte takes her ass. And when I mean powerbomb, she hurls Sasha through that table, and it exploded. It was a crazy powerbomb through the table. Now, the powerbomb through the table that Rollins did to Kevin Owens was brutal. This was nasty. This was, I can't tell you which one was more brutal. You guys can discuss that in the live chat in the comment section. But this was a nasty powerbomb. And the way it folded the way Sasha sold that move, it really made me think, Jesus. Good God, girl, it's that whole idea that the greats have short careers because they put their bodies in the line more than they probably should, but they're remembered more for it. You know, it's the Stone Cold Steve Austin, it's the Rock, it's the Daniel Bryans, it's the Mick Foleys. It's those guys that do crazy high stunts that have very short careers, maybe like 5, 4, maybe 6 years. They win a lot of championships. They have a lot of great matches, but they're remembered. They're remembered. And that's what Sasha's trying to be. I can tell based off of how she bumped her booty all over this ring, all over this match. She was going nuts, man. So she goes to the table, and the match hasn't even started yet. Here come the EMTs. So it's this whole idea that, wow, they're going to throw this match out. And I love the fact that they did this right at, for me, it was 9:45. So I'm thinking, wow, they're not going to have a lot of time if they do start. But I forgot that this is the network. They can go over time. So, but it was right at 9:45 when the EMTs came out. So I'm thinking, wow, they're going to throw the match out. And by the way, during this time, people on Twitter, Alyx, man, they're paying a homage to Mick Foley. She's gonna jump off the stretcher. She's gonna come back into the ring just when they announced that Charlotte was gonna win, and she did. The announcement was getting ready to be made. You know, JoJo's all like, "Your winner by forfeit and new women's champion." Sasha said, "Yeah, yeah." She got off that stretcher. She got into that ring. The crowd went nuts. They gave the loudest pop of the entire night. It was glorious. It was Bobby Roode glorious. It was awesome. Got into that cell. The bell rings, and they just start killing each other. I'm talking about monkey flips into the cell. Freaking knee sentons into the cell. Suplexes on the outside. Just Jesus, what else did we see in this match? Freaking that double knee gut buster that she does. She does like the move that she does to people in the corner. She sets them up in the corner, lays them on the ropes, and then she jumps on them with the knees into the gut. Well, she did that to Charlotte, but she put the chair underneath her. That was crazy. Charlotte did like a freaking backbreaker, hashtag backbreaker on the chair. I think they were supposed to do a superplex through one of the tables. It was supposed to be a superplex through a table. Unfortunately, the first table they used broke too easily. So they couldn't do the spot. So they had to improvise. Regardless, to me, the only downside to this match were the tables. They had 2 table spots. The first table broke too easily. The second table didn't break at all. It was a tough break. See what I did there. Anyways, I'm trying to think of other stuff I liked about this match. Everything about this match I loved. If we ever were going to have a female wrestling main event, this was the kind of main event we should be having. Okay, I'm happy that we got this kind of quality from the women. People are pissed off because of the outcome, when in my personal opinion, that was the best part of this match. This is where I piss people off. Charlotte, right now, as of right now, is undefeated at pay-per-views. undefeated, completely undefeated. All her matches at a WWE pay-per-view since she came to the main roster, she's won on pay-per-view. Every title defense, every tag match, every singles match, every match, she's won. So to me, what we're doing here, we're doing something that WWE has been needing to do for a long time. We're establishing a legit heel figure. The fact that we're doing it with the women's division is even better. Now Charlotte, because she beat Sasha in her hometown. What is up with WWE having wrestlers, baby faces, lose in their hometown? Their hometown. Do they just love this? Because I'll be real with you. When Sasha Banks lost to I think it was the natural selection, that crowd was silent. They were like rowdy throughout the entire match. This is awesome. And then Sasha lost. They were just quiet heat. Quiet heat. People on Twitter right now. Why? Why have Charlotte beat Sasha? That's not fair. No. Charlotte's supposed to lose. She's supposed to lose. You have a legit heel performer. Charlotte, by the way, I don't care what anybody says. You can mock her microphone skills. She is one of the best heels in the company today, if not the company in wrestling today. I love Charlotte. I think she is awesome. When people come up to me and say, I think Charlotte sucks, I look at them and go, do you think she sucks because she's a bad performer, or you just don't like her because she gets legit heat? You don't like the fact that she's winning. You don't like the fact that she's getting all these wins. She's beating your favorites. It's about time that we got a legit heel. A legit wrestling heel. And I'm not just saying she's a female. I'm not even mentioning the fact that she's a female. Screw that. We are no longer in an age where we have to point out the fact that she has a vagina. We're done with that, okay? She is a legit heel. Legit. And I love it. And what we just did tonight, by her beating Sasha in her hometown and busting clean, we are establishing a figure that is going to lead, I guarantee you, she is not going to lose a single match at a pay-per-view until WrestleMania. And guess who she'll lose it to? Starts with a B, ends with an A-Lee. Yeah. Bayley's going to beat Sasha. I know people want Sasha Banks and Bayley at WrestleMania. I get it. I understand. I wanted to. I personally thought that was the idea. I thought that would have been a great match. But to me, based off of how they're booking her, maybe the better option is Charlotte. Maybe the better option for right now is to let Charlotte build the heat, build that freaking heat, and then have Bayley beat her at WrestleMania. And then we can probably go into Sasha Banks and Bayley later on. Why not? Why not? Is anybody else going to really get upset at Bayley versus Charlotte at WrestleMania? No. Because they had a really good match on NXT. They've had really good matches together, period. I would love to see those two wrestle at WrestleMania. And it's a legit foil for babyface Bayley, the underdog Bayley, to actually overcome. Who wouldn't want that? Yes, I know you want Sasha Banks and Bayley. I want Sasha Banks and Bayley. If we get Sasha Banks and Bayley, I'm not going to complain at all. But if the plan is to have Charlotte go into WrestleMania undefeated at pay-per-views as a 3-time women's champion with all that heat, what better way to establish Bayley on the main roster than for her to beat Charlotte at WrestleMania? Come the freaking on, people. Come on. We should look at things in a big picture. Okay? Take away your biases. Take away everything that you don't like about Charlotte, about Sasha, about Bayley, about Raw, about all this. To me, this was, in my personal opinion, a really good move for Raw. Now, Can they fuck it up? Can they screw it up? Yes. Will they screw it up? More than likely, yes. For all I know, Sasha will probably beat Charlotte at the next pay-per-view. And to me, I just kind of feel like that's overkill. You know, I mean, where do you go from this? I mean, what to me, Hell in a Cell? Like, you don't get higher than that. Well, John Cena and Randy Orton did Iron Man. What, are we going to do Iron Woman with Sasha Banks and Charlotte? Or 3 Stages of Hell? Like, where do you go from this? Like, where does Sasha and Charlotte go from here? What else can they do? Like, for real, go ahead and put it down in the comments or in the live chat. Where do you go from this? You know, to me, there's nothing else to do with them as of right now. I mean, you could, if you can try freaking Last Woman Standing if you want, I guess. I don't know where you go from this. They'll find a way if they really want Sasha to have that belt again. But man, this was the right decision in my personal opinion. Either one winning would have been fine with me. I would have loved for Sasha to win the belt. Well, she didn't win the belt. She wouldn't have won the belt because she's already a champion. To retain the belt in her hometown, to get that feel-good ending. But this is good too. There, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are pissed off. Oh, Alyx, man, you don't know what you're talking about. I hate you, Alyx, man, your stupid glasses. I'm gonna punch you with my laptop. I don't care. That's my opinion. I thought it was amazing. I'm happy Charlotte is now pretty much, if you think about it, she's the only female wrestler to go an entire full year undefeated pay-per-views. 3-time women's champion. And she's going to go all the way to WrestleMania. Undefeated. Ooh, she going to get that heat. She going to get that Triple H heat from 2003 heat. It's going to be great. I'm adoring this. I'm not going to be the... If you guys would crap on it, go ahead. You know, I'm pretty sure people are like, this is a crappy show. This show sucked. Raw is awful. Blah, blah, blah. Look, I don't like Monday Night Raw. I think the 3-hour Raw is dead. It's dead. It's gone. It doesn't do anything for the show. It doesn't do anything for WWE, period. I got that. But when they do something good, I'm going to give them credit. Because if I am going to come up here and preach that WWE should do something better, should always progress, should always be aiming to produce the best product out there, when they do something good, I need to praise it. How would I look? How would we look if we went out of our way to beg and complain and to bitch and to moan and cry? Give us women in the main event. Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell. They should close the show. They should close the show. And then I say I hated that. No. We're not doing that, ladies and gentlemen. We are not doing that. Sasha and Charlotte had an amazing match. They closed the show. They deserved it. It deserved to close the show because it was the best match on the card. You women did that. You were awesome. Thank you. Sasha? Did I say solid? That's like Sasha and Charlotte. Charlotte. Anyways. Charlotte, you're awesome. Sasha, you're the bae. You're the baes of baes. Thank you. Thank you for giving me a good match. Thank you. With that said, that is my review. Really good show. I'm going to give it a B. I thought it was overall good. There were some things about the show, like I said, not all the matches I felt were classics, were worth your time. A couple of decisions that made me go, what's going on here? But for the most part, it was a good show. So much better than Clash of Champions, Clash of the Champions, whatever the hell it was called. That show was blah. But give me your thoughts to the show. I'm gonna read some things here in the live chat, and then I'm gonna get out of here. So let's pull up this live chat and see what people are saying. B, C, 6 out of 10. How do I feel about Emelina coming back and getting a title shot? I don't think Emma or Emelina, the new reincarnation of Emma, is. First off, I don't think she's gonna be on Raw. I think she might be on SmackDown. I think, or she gonna be on Raw. I don't know. But she's coming back. I don't think she's gonna get a title shot immediately. She might be a good opponent for Bayley when she's women's champion. Yes, I do think she's gonna be a heel, but we'll see what that means. Someone said, Deluxe Man, you must be deleted for liking the show. Delete! I don't care. I said my opinion. A-. A. 4 out of 5. The main event had a sloppy finish. I guess you're talking about the fact that the tables didn't break. Again, it happens, guys. There were so many great things about that match that I really couldn't let the tables not breaking really affect how I view things. So there you go. What's next for Roman Reigns? I have no idea. Hopefully it's not Rusev. That's it. Just no more Rusev and Reigns. This brand split is a disaster. It's not really setting the world on fire, no. But there are some good things coming out of it, though. Mostly on SmackDown. More than Raw, that's for sure. Let's see. Yeah, guys. A lot of you seem to like it. So before I get off, I want to do a rant. This is my end of the show rant. Those of you who stuck through this. If you stuck through this, thank you so much. By the way, if you stuck through it all, hashtag watch it all. Let's do a rant on Raw Talk. This Raw Talk. So WWE Raw has decided to do a post-show segment on the network. Basically, their own version of Talking Smack. They'll have people come on as guests. They're going to interview them. It's going to be shoot-styled, I guess. And they're going to talk about how they really feel about things and use it to build storylines and crap. And just, what the hell are y'all doing? Why is it that when something gets really awesome, when something actually is organically over and it actually becomes something fans want to see, WWE has to stick their freaking hands into it and try to manufacture something out of it? It's stupid. Okay, Talking Smack got over, first off, because of Daniel Bryan and Renee Young, the fact that they're using legit thoughts and how the talents actually feel to produce storylines and feuds on the actual TV. And people who don't give TV time, or who got TV time but didn't get a chance to showcase themselves or get a chance to touch upon who they are, they get to use Talking Smack to do that. Talking Smack is going to help. It is helping make SmackDown better as a show. It's helping the buildings of pay-per-views a lot better. That is why Talking Smack is awesome. Raw Talk is not going to do that. Raw Talk is going to be one of those shows where they just pretty much talk about how awesome they are. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. And first off, on Raw Talk, the freaking pre-show panel, the same panel that we saw with Renee Young, Booker T, Jerry the King Lawler, and freaking Lita, they're going to be the ones leading it. First off, I've seen their pre-shows. I don't see how anybody can sit through those pre-shows. Why does it feel like Lita is drunk on every single one of those pre-shows? She probably is. It's pretty bad. They don't make any sense. Booker T and his shucka ducka quack quack quack, and it's ridiculous. Jerry the King Lawler is a heel now, which he should always be a heel, but it's so wacky, it's so crazy. I do not think, even if they tried to make some kind of a show where they can make some storyline progressions out of it, it's not going to work with that. It's not going to work with those four at all. If you guys saw it, if you guys saw Raw Talk, I'm not going to watch it. But if you saw it, let me know how you felt about it. It's stupid. The fact that they even made Raw Talk lets me know what the real A show is. I've always said Raw was dead and SmackDown is the real A show. The fact that they're trying to do this Raw Talk just to catch up to SmackDown because people are saying SmackDown is the better show lets me know once and for all SmackDown is the A show. Why the hell are you doing Raw? Why would you want to have a post pre-show Raw, and then have, you want to have a post-show and a pre-show Raw. Raw is 3 hours, guys. It's 3 hours. So you have a pre-show and then a post-show. You want to add on to that 3 hours? Who the hell is going to watch Raw for more than 3 hours? Who the hell is going to do that? I can do SmackDown. SmackDown is 2 hours, great. And then Talking Smack is 20 minutes, in and out, done. And it's interesting. I want to see Talking Smack. Raw Talk's not going to do anything. It's going to flop. It is going to flop. It's stupid. So there you go. That's my Raw rant. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Share your thoughts down below. Hope you guys have a good day. And this is your boy, Alyx, signing off with his glasses on. Hopefully this eye gets better. Good job, Raw. You gave a good show. Do something with it. So this next month will be Survivor Series month. So expect a lot more content from your boy, Alyx. Subscribe, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, all that down below in the description box. I'm out of here. Peace.